Hello and welcome to this week's Glasstire Top 5, which is a Top 5 Plus. And these aren't really in any particular order, but I'm Christina Rees.
And I'm Brandon Zech.
And this is, I guess, sort of the second week of post-pandemic situation.
I think not post-pandemic, we're fully in pandemic.
Right, post the onset of the pandemic
There you
situation. It seems like as of Monday, we're shooting on a Wednesday and this goes out on a Thursday, but as of Monday this week, it seems like everyone had started to kind of hunker down. Museums are closed. Most galleries are either shut or only open by appointment, and make sure you call them before you show up. And you should, if you want to go see some art by yourself or with one other person. You may have a gallerist who's happy to open the doors for you. But what we're doing today, not surprisingly, is
arts. The arts that you can see from your home in whatever way that may be. And we're shooting this in the beautiful sunny Eastwood Park. We are as responsibly far enough away from each other as we can be while still maintaining to be in frame.
Yeah.
And we're going to jump into it. Of course, these resources are going to continue to live, and these are always good things to look through, which I'll get to at one of our picks later on. But to start, we'll actually jump in with something that is maybe a little more of the moment right now. Like these live on, but right now they are free.
Yeah.
And that is the Metropolitan Opera is giving some of their operas away for free to stream for like a very select period of time. So there's a new opera every day this week, but they're available for 20 hours.
Right. Each opera is available for 20 hours. They will continue this free process for as long as they are shut down during the coronavirus. And they have a large backlog. They have mentioned that if their site crashes, if you're just going to it directly through the internet, you can download their app and you may be able to access these operas this way. I think tonight, which would be Thursday night, I think it's La Traviata. Obviously, this is a terrific way to kind of unplug from the news for a little bit and to kind of get back in with humanity and some of the beautiful, wonderful poetic art that people have created over centuries. But yeah, Metropolitan Opera is obviously going to be on this list. We're huge fans, and it's really nice they're making this content available for everyone for free for a limited time.
So another of our picks is the Social Distancing Festival. We included this in some news stories that we wrote about everything that's happening in these couple weeks. But this was founded as a way, it was founded by someone whose musical or their theater production was canceled because of kind of the beginning of the pandemic rollback in the US. So these are live streams, these are videos of performances that were canceled. It really is based around activities that were going to happen and ended up having to be canceled. So in accordance with that, there's a huge calendar of events, everything from musical performances to theater performances to dance to poetry slams. There's even some comedy shows that I think you can like zoom into. And this is a good way if you're looking for something to do this or next week. I know there's quite a few events on Friday and Saturday, and if you're kind of scared about getting stir crazy already, this is a way to, I think, avoid that while still maintaining all of the social distancing that you should do.
So number three, if you want to call it number three on our list, is a series of tours, in-person tours recorded on YouTube for the YouTube channel called James Calm. These are almost all New York shows, I believe. Is that right? And he's kept it pretty current. There are a lot of them, and they range anywhere from probably 10 or 20 minutes up to much longer.
Yeah, there's some that are an hour long. One of the ones that he just posted that's a show that I'm actually really excited about looking at this tour for is the Peter Saul show at the New Museum. A lot of these, and you know, he's been doing this for a long time. He started to bring cameras into museums and would, you know, it's just his camera or his phone, and he's like going up on the pieces and looking at all the details, and like it's really super DIY, unedited tours of shows.
And what's his name? What's his real name?
His real name is Lauren Monk.
And he's an artist
He's an artist and a critic, and he's based in New York. And he's been doing this for a while. It got to the point where museums started to figure out who he was and started actually letting him video instead of trying to shut him down. And it shows. It's a good catalog of things that have happened in the New York art community, but also right now, if there's any shows that you want to see in New York, it's a good way to kind of see them by proxy. So another one of our picks this week is the Google Arts and Culture website. So I know it had been years, I think, since I had actually truly looked through this.
These are museum tours.
These are museum tours. There's pieces that you can see, obviously, that are just photos of pieces, but these are walkthroughs, virtual tours of museums.
Of the major museums of the world. So, I mean, we've got, like today, you could go to the Rijksmuseum, MoMA, Musée d'Orsay. You can go to the Hermitage Museum. I was there a year before last. I can tell you it's probably more pleasant online because the crowds there in person were crazy.
That's one of the odd things. I was doing actually a number of these in preparation for this video, and it's just, I mean, you know, it takes a time like this. It's almost sad that it takes a time like this for us to capitalize on resources like this. Like, I've never been to the Rijksmuseum. I've always wanted to see the Rijksmuseum, and to be able to, virtually, granted, but walk through the halls of the Rijksmuseum and just see how these works are installed. And, you know, I mean, it's complete 360. It's a tour of the museum, and it's real, and it's good, and it's, most of them at least, are high quality. Also, if you're really diehard missing the Museum of Fine Arts Houston, you can go do a walkthrough. They have the same thing just like all the other museums. This is a fantastic resource, and it can take you anywhere. You know, a way to think about it could be if you have your dream tour of museums across Europe or across the world. Do it one day at a time like you would really be doing it. Have a little vacation while you're at home.
So what we're sort of couching as number one, although we're about to name some others after this, but it's our own. We've launched an initiative called 5-Minute Tours. We've already got some tours up, and what this is for a way to for our Texas audience and beyond to see all the exhibitions that are on right now in Texas that no one can go see because the museums and the galleries and the nonprofits and the artist-run spaces are shut or mostly shut. Galleries and nonprofits, artist-run spaces, and museums are sending us their own video walk tours. They're producing them themselves, usually just on their iPhone, and showing us the artwork that they've got up in their space right now. And we're going to continue to roll this out. We've put a number up today. We're going to put more up tomorrow, the next day, and they are coming in. Commitments are coming in. We've solicited some, but a lot of people are just sending us what they've got, and we love it. Please send us your videos. They can be simple. They can be low tech. They can be on your phones. You can talk. You can make them fun. You can put yourself in the video. I'm sure people want to see people, but also they really want to see the art, and it's a great way to get to see all the art that is up in Texas right now.
Of course, there's so much happening right now, and everyone's trying to figure out what the next indefinite amount of time is going to mean for us and for art and for everything. But there's other things that are either about to launch or have already launched that don't quite fit into the mold of what we've talked about. There's the Pandemic Fair, which Glasstire is actually a media sponsor of, which is artists from, well, it's Texas and beyond, really.
Yeah, it's an initiative started by Dallas-based artist Ted Kincaid. It's going to be kind of a clearinghouse aggregator of artist images, things that they're working on now. Just a gallery. It's going to be an online gallery of artists that we know and love and you've heard of, and probably some new people as well. And we think that goes live on Monday. The Dallas Video Festival is going to go on, but virtually online. And what will happen with that, as well as
the Ann Arbor Film Festival.
The Ann Arbor Festival. I imagine a lot of festivals will do something like this, which is that you can stream the content that would have been showing in person. You can do it according to the schedule that was already set. So you actually, it's kind of appointment viewing. You've got to go to the site, see when a certain thing was going to be screened, and that's when you can watch it online. And what's cool about this, Falcon Events in Dallas is partnered with the Dallas Video Festival, and there will be audience Q&A and some interactive elements to this as well. We've been told by Countercurrent and Fusebox, or they have released information that they are working to get the content of both of their Texas-based performance festivals online or in some sort of virtual platform form, and we will keep you updated about that. 2 fantastic annual festivals, Countercurrent in Houston and Fusebox in Austin, which were both set to take place in the next 3 weeks or so.
And we're going to keep publishing, of course. along with the 5-minute virtual tours. We're going to keep publishing reviews and other content that we've had coming in of shows of Texas art.
Sure, we've got plenty of stuff in the pipeline. We've got lots of content that we're going to be churning out, and some content that is really meant for your entertainment for right now, because we're all working, and we are all working to get some art to you and some entertainment to you, as well as resource information, etc. So while we always say go see some art, right now our tagline, at least temporarily, is just see some art, and see it from hopefully the safety and comfort of your own home, your family members' homes, your friends' homes. But we're all kind of in this together, or as together as we can be.
Together.
Take care of yourselves and see some art.
See some art.